Adam Abraham for the President Water Company. We have been excited and amazed at so many experiences that growers and farmers have had when they vortex their water before they apply it to their crops or feed to their livestock. And so we've begun a channel to share some of those stories as they come in. We've done one with a farmer in Western Australia, Dean Sanders, and we made a short one. However, the conversation was longer and a lot more information was included there. Now, the audio quality wasn't really that great, a lot of wind buffeting. However, the information was just too important, too amazing not to share. So with that said, this is the raw conversation with my partner Jody Spencer and Dean Sanders. Thank you for forgiving the noise as it happens, and we will continue to get better at our process. But we want to give you the raw deal, and in this case, it's a good one.
Hi, and welcome to sunny Kirup. I'm here with Dean Sanders, and Dean put one of our President Water Vortex devices on at the beginning of this summer. He's been running a couple of devices around the show, 1 and 2 inch units, and we're in a paddock that he's had cattle in for all the summer, isn't it?
Yeah, all the summer, yep.
And so what have you noticed since you've been putting on, since you put the Vortex device on, mate?
Well, before I put the Vortex on, I was watering this is 1 hectare. I was watering this paddock every day, every night. I was watering this paddock, and I was running about 15 head in it. But after I put the Vortex on, I started off with 12 head, and I upped it to 20, and then I upped them to 29, and with that I was only watering a couple of days a week.
So you dropped, so you've gone from 15 to 29. Basically, you've doubled your numbers on,
yep.
on 1 hectare.
Yep.
And you were watering every day beforehand, and now you're watering every 3 days.
Yeah,
or
twice a week.
Twice a week.
Twice a week. Yeah, twice a week at night.
And how much were you putting on, and how much do you put on now?
Well, before I was putting on 100,000 litres. Well, I put on 100,000 litres every 2 hours. So when you water all night, you're putting on millions of litres of water.
Yeah. So basically putting
every night. So every night you're putting millions of litres of water on. Where now with the Vortex, I'm only putting out 100,000 litres twice a week.
Wow, so a couple of 100,000 litres. And
I saved myself a heck of a lot of water by using it, and the cattle, 29 cattle, could not keep up to the feed. I had to, in fact sometimes I didn't water for a whole week just to allow the cattle to eat the grass and get it back down again.
Awesome.
So I just noticed a huge difference with the quality of the grass and the way that the cattle were eating it.
Okay. And so you've gone from using millions of litres of water. So what does all that extra water mean for you?
Well, my dams are still full.
And in the previous year, at this time of year in May?
This time of the year in May, on previous years, 3 dams I pump out would be empty. Where this year, I've got 1.5 of those. Well, I've got 1.5 dams full.
Okay, so basically,
so I've used 1.5,
And usually you've used all 3 dams.
Yeah, and usually the whole 3 are empty, and I can't irrigate. Well, at the moment it's very dry. We haven't had much rain, and now I'm thinking about irrigating this paddock just to feed these animals. So, which I can, because I've still got a full dam and another dam that's half full. Which in the past I've never had that.
Okay.
Once I've emptied the dams, that's it.
Yeah, it's feed out time.
It's like keep moving the cattle around the whole farm to keep up, you know.
Yeah.
Keep them going.
So what would you say to somebody that's watching this little video about, you know, what they can expect if they decided they wanted to do something with a Vortexed device?
Well, at the first, when I first started using it, I didn't know how it was going to work, but the first one I put on was on my fruit trees up at the house, and I noticed that my fruit trees tripled in fruit and I noticed trees that I've just planted that don't have fruit for a year or two had fruit straight away the first year. That was a pretty good sign for me to carry on and get another Vortex and try it down on the irrigation paddock. So that's what I did, and yeah, if you want to
if you want more grass with a hell of a lot less water, then a Vortex device might be the way forward.
It certainly is.
Now,
definitely, because well, when I put one Vortex on with the sprinkler, on one sprinkler, the cattle just hammered that one area where the Vortex was.
Okay, so they could sense the energy in
they could what it is, it sweetens the grass, and they just eat that one area where that one sprinkler ran. Then I changed it and put a bigger one on all sprinklers, and it just
they can't keep up.
So they couldn't keep up with the grass. So I just kept adding cattle into the paddock, and they still couldn't keep up. 29 still couldn't keep up with 1 hectare of grass.
And have you put any inputs onto the...
Haven't put anything on the soil, only their own manure.
Okay, so 0 inputs.
Yep.
Do you usually put stuff on it?
Yeah, I usually put hay burst on it.
Okay. So
I put hay burst on it because it's got nitrogen, phosphorus, sulphur, magnesium. It's got a range of vitamins that Kikuyu needs.
Yep.
And so that's why I normally use that, and it's, you know, you can get it's all together, so you can buy it in bulk bag and put it on. This year I didn't put anything on it. I just let the cows do it, just use their manure.
That's great, mate.
So I haven't put any fertiliser on it, and it's growing like, you know, you can see the paddock's still green now. I've moved the cattle out for the first time because I've got grass growing in other paddocks to chew that off, and I wanted to irrigate this now without any cattle in it, just to see how fast it actually does grow.
Okay, great.
So that's my next test for it.
Beautiful. Well, we look forward to hearing the results, mate.
Yeah.
All right, that's us from sunny Kirup today. Is there anything else you want to add before we finish up, mate, or you think that's enough? Yeah, no, I reckon that I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, good. And we'll wait for the next one. Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. We'll see you soon. Over and out from sunny Kirup. They're called a tank master. I used them for filling up all the fire trucks. They're very fast. They're actually a pressure pump and a volume pump as well. They do both. High volume, high pressure. He did give me the... I do have a written down now, I think. So this paddock that we're looking at the moment has had no cattle on it all summer. It's just starting to come back to life. This paddock here is unirrigated. And then over here you can see what a difference the Vortex makes. This or this.
For more information, visit our website at presidentwater.com.